And we are now officially live again on
Yeah.
part two of something I honestly didn't think there'd be a part two for. I'm Adam, and we're going through more of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and I don't know how or why, but we are.
And I'm Randall, and I'm currently looking at a gremlin thing with the index and middle finger fused together.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
sure
more
what this.
Wily symbols. Are these
Oh
like?
yeah,
What is this? The secret Mega Man fan?
probably.
Might as well get into the slop, into the autopsy. And we're currently on GMing the game, but we're not going to seriously read through the GM moves and stuff because it's powered by the apocalypse trash.
Yep.
Again, if you're wondering, if you've read one of them, you've read them all, and it's a very kind of annoying and boring system since you're just given a preset series of moves that you can do. It's kind of the best way to describe it is it's the most blunt about what it is, which is yes, there are rules and here's how you do them. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, Gremlin thing does have the wily, ring and index finger for ring and middle finger
It's like an
together. I don't get it.
inverse Vulcan sign.
There's not Han Solo poorly wielding a sword to, I guess, remove his crotch.
there's
And there's the
there's
author's OC wearing their Byzantine outfit. I guess they're going to murder some Turks or something in their Chinese junk. Or maybe they stole it.
yeah, this is this is GTA fuck. What's an ancient Chinese city? I'm not that
There's a
smart.
million Chinese cities, but just because I think it's funny, GTA Hong Kong edition.
All
Guangzhou would be
right.
fine. Shanghai would be. It doesn't matter. Also, that's a beautiful scroll of forbidden seals that they stole from Naruto. There.
I thought that was a carpet.
No, that's the scroll of forbidden seals. You can see the squiggles.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna learn shadow clones. Watch out, guys. Maybe
And
the
then
maybe the
down
technique
on
that
up.
sacrifices people to raise the dead. Who knows?
I mean, we're just gonna skim through the bad art, and there's
Yeah, here's the
some
money
pretty
moves.
jank. There's something janky on 87.
Attempt to make more Norse mythology. I guess. I don't know.
I well no, I was
How
going
to
with
Train Your
those.
Dragon ripoff.
Well, I was going with like a mix of How to Train Your Dragon and Frozen.
With a bit of
It's
Game
like
of
one of those.
Thrones.
It's like one of those shitty flash games.
These are their A Song of Ice and Fire / Game of Thrones Mary Sue OCs.
This is like a flash. This looks like art you'd see in like one of those shitty like Chinese flash game shovelware things.
Yeah, I could see that. I could also see that, like, I don't know, there's something about this that does feel like I could see this in like a cheap tabletop RPG book, like I got for like $30. Like I'm not mad. It's just it's so weird and different compared to the others. It's so subdued by comparison. It's really jarring. Scroll
and
through that,
on
and what the fuck am I looking at here?
Yeah, 89. I'm not sure what's happening.
Uh, it's a mecha fight, but I can't tell what the is that. Oh god, is that supposed to be like an Ultraman bootleg or something down there?
Maybe.
So Ultraman's fighting a Bionicle bootleg, and we got a horrible midget monster thing fighting cracked out warlord. Look at him down there. Look at the bad guy pilot in the top in the bottom
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I'll get you.
There's
Looks like a
something about
fist. He
that.
looks like a Fist of the North Star one shot
He
villain.
does, and they both have potato noses.
It's
I'm not gonna lie. That cracked out evil warlock pilot's probably my favorite piece of art, just because of the face. It's so dumb. I think they're going for like bootleg Disney or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here, hey, there's our gay disasters going on.
Oh no.
I think this is a confession, or they're about to break away. I don't know.
Or something.
Or
I
maybe,
don't
or
know.
maybe, or maybe one of them ate like a fucking ghost chili pepper. Because
Uh
I've eaten a full habanero, including the seeds, and that's kind of the same face I made when I ate it. I fucked up.
uh page 93 is pretty great.
Oh God,
It's
it's
it's super jail. But
super gel coloring. Yeah,
yeah.
I I hate it. I hate this color scheme. It's just so neon.
Do
Bioflor, like these are the colors I see on toxic rain tree frogs that kill you if you eat them.
you think that's the book trying to tell us something?
Maybe it's like nature where it's a warning. By the way, if you're wondering, this book is so good that it exploded Greg's PC. It is currently on fire and being used by the Dark Lord Satan. So that's why he's not here.
97 has more furry art.
I guess that's their mountain bad guy lair. Oh, furry art. We gotta show that since
97 and suffer not the
Jesus
furry.
fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. What am I looking at? You
Oh,
know,
it even has. Wait, it even has strategic white space, so you can put like Photoshop flames behind, like green screen flames behind it.
Do you think that was on purpose, or do you think they didn't have enough money to finish the piece and they still used it anyway?
Yeah, yeah, I'm guessing that.
So, hey, remember when I said that it feels like a furry artist did this? Now I'm not so sure because what the fuck am I looking at? What is this? Nothing about this portrait's right.
I don't know, but just from the portrait, I'm kind of rooting for Darth Purge the Heretics over here.
You mean the one that has no face?
Yeah,
That's not a face. I don't know what it
it's
is.
just holes cut in a bag.
I can't stop.
But I don't know. This could be meme potential right here.
There is also it's the evil Captain Kirk lady. It's 7 of 9 wielding the fucking dark saber. God. For a minute there, I thought it said using countdowns to build fetish, and I was like, well, yeah, that's about right. Oh, especially at the next bit of art where you got not Oprah, who's all teeth, and that's been going to be my sleep paralysis demon, I think.
Yeah.
That's not how muzzles work.
That's
Case in proof, look at any dog, and it's not how they work.
and this is critical premiere.
Wait, where's that?
I'm trying to read this thing. The ad thing that not Oprah and
Oh,
the
that. I was
horror
looking at
or
something else. Okay. Galactic Premiere, Captain Muscle versus the others. I actually can read mirror writing. It's the talent. I guess they're making fun. I guess this is their bad movie night.
apparently.
They look that horrible wolf thing looks so fucking baked. I think it's just Khajiit with the name filed off. Even then, it still looks wrong. I think they understood how to draw furry art from like bad Lion King fan art. Just I don't know. It gives me that vibe. The next bit of art recap. Hello, my name is Lesbiab, and there's their genders. The GM takes the strings. Once story begins, escalate the action. I'm not very comfortable with the fact they're using liquid for that.
Yeah.
That's kind of disturbing. Especially since, remember, one of the classes have a literal thirsty sword that I guess talks about how it wants to be stuck in body parts. Remember, that's a thing. That's a thing, along with the fact that, like, half of these are either abuse victim or abuser fucking classes. Oh no, more climax, and oh god.
And smashing long, hard objects against each other.
You never do this if you don't want to look like a creep.
Do you think do you think they realize the irony of having this thing be about sticking the phallic symbol next to lesbians?
No, there's no fucking way they thought through that. It's why like half of the classes are abuser classes and they don't even think about it. Check in. Well, I need to check in because just those two photos alone, and as well as that horrible furry thing, has given me eternal nightmares.
Oh god, more horrible furry things.
Oh god.
The fuck is up with its tail? That's not how cattails work.
It's like going for squirrel because the artist doesn't know anything about anatomy. Oh,
Oh, hey Al.
Hey guys, I just got off of work.
Yeah, we're streaming right now, so
yep.
Oh,
Don't worry. I'm taking this time to take a quick look at the. Oh, no one's here. That's fine. No chat results.
it's dead.
dead. Like my eyes.
Yeah, horrible furry art where the snouts are horribly wrong. That was something. Anyway, how to end the game? You just do. It's not hard. You just stop playing. You don't need a paragraph to explain to me how to end a game. Advanced GMing when the dice go rogue.
Oh no, random chance.
So this is, I guess, the risk of a streak of downbeats is that it can be a downer, but they can still be heroic when it comes at great cost. Oh, this is when this is when powered by the apocalypse, because again, you can only truly succeed on 10s and above. Starts handing out nothing but 7s and 7s, 9s and below. This is like when
What
your
is it with
epic
these?
fight to make a ham sandwich goes horribly wrong, and by the time you finish it, your house is on fire, the pets are dead, and the cops are on your tail.
What is it with these systems only using 2d6? Like seriously?
On the one hand, I understand the logic because D6s are the easiest dice to get a hand on, just because you can use any board game. On the other, this is
What?
why West End is a lot better, because they use pools of it, meaning that you're much more likely to succeed, even though you have to get 6s on them to do that.
Hell, even I'd honest, yeah, like even GURPS has the 3d6, but at least they did that because it's a bell curve.
Yeah,
Like you're
also, don't you
going,
Yeah,
need to hit a number?
yeah,
And you have,
yeah.
like, numbers to
You,
add to those 3d6 to make it?
yeah. It's
also with
a rule below. I think it's
Oh,
been a while
yeah,
since I
yeah,
looked
because
at
I
it.
think GURPS is what, there's this podcast called Film Reroll that uses something I think similar to GURPS for their take. Basically, they'll do films where you play the characters and you're given like stats and abilities, and you have to roll below a certain number. I think
Yeah,
I've heard it before. My favorite one was the Home Alone episode.
that one's pretty good. The one with Jaws was pretty interesting because it resulted in a mutual kill. Basically, one of the players died early, so they took control of Brucey. It was very interesting. They also have this epic Wizard of Oz, which I still haven't gotten around to because it goes really far. Anyway,
But
here are some long-form examples of play, which is just another case of these examples of play. It's several pages.
so does it at least so unlike Meat Punks, this at least explains how to play the game.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
It's still better than Meat Punks.
yeah, it's just the
I mean
problem is
that
PBTA is a bad system.
yes.
Also, here
God.
is creepy. Here is abuse victim and Sheldon from fucking Big Bang Theory. having
This-
an
Oh,
uncomfortably close experience.
Oh god.
That's what I'm calling the
the
spooky
sexual
witch.
the sexual violence has escalated.
Oh no. Oh.
Settings and
Everyone.
adventures. Oh, here we go.
Has anyone also brought up the obvious meme of the disproportionate amount of abusive lesbian
Yeah.
Well, we kind of hinted at that in the last episode, but for those of you who haven't seen it, which I think might be none of you, but in short, the Beast is the example of the person who chimps out at a Walmart because they don't have pants in their size. The Chosen is the narcissistic abuser who makes it all about themselves. The Devoted is the abuse victim who takes all the punishment to stay with those that they love. The Infamous is the I promise I'll change better even though I broke every tooth in your face. You know, that type of abuser. I'll make it better. The Nature Witch is the gullible naive, like socially pressuring person, you know, the wingman in getting all of these
Oh.
other abuse victims to continue to be abused. The Scoundrel
The
is a
enable-
sociopathic monster who only cares about themselves. The Seeker is a person from another culture who doesn't know any better. The Spooky Witch is the kind of the odd one out,
And that they're not abusive. They're
mainly
just kind
because
of
they're so
weird.
socially awkward, so they kind of stand to the side of the massive abuse problem. And last but not least, the Trickster, despite the whole, or the Facade, or the Shyster, you know, whatever you want to call them. In their heart of hearts, they are abusive because they try to push everyone away. Like, that's kind of their big thing, is they don't like to express emotions, so they usually turn away affections.
What is it with these
Hey,
games?
Biggie.
What is it with these games with sexual abuse?
I like how when you showed up, Biggie, we were talking about sexual abuse. That's some excellent timing.
Oh
Are you
boy,
a
that's my
sexual
favorite
abuse
topic.
victim? They said I was sexually abusive. I don't. I think these are unsubstantiated claims, though.
By the way, viewers, if you're wondering why Al sounds like that, he's on his phone. It's not his fault. It's just it's what he is.
So,
Yeah.
Cersei Sword Lesbians. I really liked how we did Cersei Sword. Random fact, y'all, actually. Randall actually found the copy of Cersei Sword Lesbians in the dumpster right next to all the LGBT pride flags after it turns into July 1st when everybody's done with June.
Actually, no, it was part of a care package sent by an anonymous person. In it was also some pieces of brimstone. I don't know what anything about that, and a vial of goat's blood. We don't really talk about that, though. I think we just turned the goat's blood into pudding.
All right, what page are we at?
We're at settings and adventures, which is actually when we're going to tune back in, because...
So 109, page 109.
Yeah.
Settings and adventures. The settings and premise of your game of Thirsty Thorn Lesbians may be very different from someone else's game. The system is intentionally flexible. What matters are the feelings and relationships between the characters, and those can occur in a wide range of settings.
Translations, we couldn't be fucked to make one, so you do it, asshole.
Take the premise of any story with swords and run it with thirsty sword lesbians, and you'll get a slash fic style version of the original. What?
Yeah? That's actually in this. The person who wrote this genuinely thought it was a great idea to say, yeah, you put any adventure you've seen on the TV or in the movie or in the books, run it through this, and it becomes gay slash fic.
Boy, I can't wait to run my Steven Universe adventure.
I can't wait. Oh God. I want to take some. No, the thing is, what could be? Does this mean I could turn the diary?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid would be pretty funny.
I was gonna go with Diary of Anne Frank.
Oh God!
No, there's no swords in that. But you know what does have swords? Shrek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Shrek fan fiction that I've written about for years can finally be expressed and inflicted upon everyone.
My queer pan romantic Shrek adventure.
Oh,
Or my-
So Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yes, but literally.
But unfortunately, the Shrek in this case is a 300-pound endangered-haired bitch.
And if you want people to beat you to death, you could do this to the Princess Bride and watch this. Their horror turns into blinding rage.
meaning more melodrama, more kissing, and more queerness.
Again,
If-
only the two generations before me used that term, and it's not a good thing.
If you've ever shouted at a show to make it gay, you cowards, which I'm pretty sure that no.
You should be yelling that at Disney
Yeah.
since they advertise it so fucking much, but then the moment they do, they'll cut it out in like the foreign
Oh, yeah.
markets because it's like 1 second. If you're gonna say make it gay, fucking yell at Disney. Yell at your corporate masters. Don't do this. Don't enable them. Tell your corporate masters to fucking do it.
There are
They're
certain
not
people
going
that
to
need
because the Chinese will refuse to watch it. But hey,
This game is here to help. Are you a fan of samurai dramas? No.
No.
Islander? Yeah, I guess.
Islander.
The second one is amusingly bad. Wuxia
Wuxia.
novels and wuxia novels and films.
Have you ever
No.
seen those crazy you know those crazy Chinese kung fu movies that are like
Yeah,
pre-gun? That's wuxia.
Yep, those are
Arthurian
awesome.
legend. Arthurian legend.
I'm just trying
oh,
to
yes.
envision some of that happening, and that's terrible. Also, I think
Lightsaber-
Japan already did that. Isn't that basically Fate Stay Night in a nutshell?
Yeah, no,
Probably.
they're all gay.
Don't bring Astolfo into this.
You hear that, Greg? What you like is gay.
Lightsaber duels.
Cause
Any
I
of these
gotta fucking love Star Wars.
ATST,
Oh,
ATST.
it's a
I
thing
know
that I
what
liked
that
as a
is.
kid. I know what that is. It is.
Behold,
Could we,
behold, this is
could we turn
Remember-
Event Horizon into a slash?
Remember Darth Maul? Now you can have him tongue fuck. Now you can have him tongue fuck Qui-Gon.
Oh, I know what that is. Oh, the
Guy.
neurons in my hippocampus are firing. Oh,
The dopamine.
You know, if it wasn't for the fact they were hiding behind the shield of the gay, this would classify as a goddamn RPG horror story. Just a horny, desperate
Oh,
weirdo
yeah.
that wants to see people fuck.
No, this
Yeah.
already no. Even with LGBT, this is fuck. This is. I just have had 5 seconds of exposure to this. I already feel like that this is.
Oh,
a
you
lethal
didn't have
dose
you
of-
didn't see the previous. Oh, you poor bastard.
lethal doses of cringe. I feel like I'll die. I feel like my death is upon me soon.
We're not even past the first page, so we got to keep going. And
all right. This is not to say you can uncritically import settings that marginalize queer identities,
Again, using
the
the word queer
framework-
just reminds me of my great uncle.
but the framework of the game will help you analyze and critique them. Oh, God. In much of the media celebrated under racist patriarchy,
Where?
authorities are going to be toxic powers.
Where?
You may-
What if the
Where in
authority-
current
The thing
year
is, what if the-
media?
But what if the authorities are the only ones supporting the homosexuality, and the real rebels are trying to destroy this said degenerate behavior?
No. Power bad. We need the resistance plotline because it makes us get the dopamine going.
Ever since Donald Trump lost the elections, we became the resistance, you all. We're the good guys now.
You may need to invent the community that nurtures the PCs within the setting you have chosen. Oh, God. Imagine trying to pull this shit in, like, something, I don't know, like Game of Thrones, or, I don't
Game
know,
of
some
Thrones.
grimdark
Well, no,
bullshit.
they exist. They're an army
Oh,
of eunuchs.
yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I want to.
Yeah, here's the
I would
thing.
like to run my queer community in the Warhammer 40K universe.
I mean, if you do a Slanesh cult, I mean, it's doable.
I mean, you don't even have to do pure Slanesh cult. You could have like a Space Marine chapter that goes full on like Spartan brother love thing, you know?
Jesus,
You
get out of here.
You could.
You're a unique. Oh my God, you're a Imperial Guard regiment that sends its homosexuals to go die for the Emperor.
Remember, back in olden days, it was fine. Back in the olden days in Greece, it was totally fine to screw your shield brother. In fact, actually, it was seen as more admirable than loving your wife, because the Greeks were horrible.
See, even your dog doesn't want to do this, Al Blaster.
Of course, we have a long tradition of transforming mass media to tell our stories.
AKA
Yes,
year zero. Or unless this is coming from a fanfiction writer's point of view.
Yeah, probably.
I fucking hate you, and I fucking hate you people for doing that. I was about to use a much more spicier word.
You must assimilate it. Assimilate into the collective.
All of your talents, traits, and abilities will be wiped away.
This
It's
chapter
the opposite of the Borg. They don't take the good, they just remove everything.
This chapter includes settings that you can use for your story and specific scenario ideas to get your adventure started. Visit swordlesbians.com for additional settings and adventures.
Congratulations, you're doing the half-assed move that Derek Deshaw does whenever he makes any of his pieces of shit. Where he expects you to go to his fucking blog to find all of the rule fixes and actual mechanics that he didn't think of when he made his original book.
All right, collaborative world building. The world building worksheet, page 22. Oh, nice. There's a helpful hyperlink there. I'll give them credit for that.
That's one of the big positives in this book is they allow you to do that.
Includes prompts to build a scenario from scratch, but you can also start with a pre-written scenario or with a brief pitch for a scenario you'd like to flesh out together.
I still think it's garbage they didn't have a setting, but you know.
One trick for coming up with creative ideas and avoiding tired tropes is to reject your first few ideas. If you're brainstorming as a group, it's best to instruct each participant to do this for themselves rather than shooting down the first few ideas to be voiced.
Oh god, you're designing your setting by committee with your players?
Oh no. The world building worksheet can be overkill for a game that will only last a single session. The GM should feel free to do more world building and planning and present their scenario to the players, particularly in a one-shot game.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I world build a lot because I usually don't do established settings, but it's good. It's always good to have a fucking base setting to give an idea on what the hell you're doing. So anyway, setting guides. The following settings are tailor-made for thirsty sword lesbians to dive into heroics and angst. In a far-off galaxy, sword lesbians of the Haven rocket through the stars to make contact with new societies, to render aid where it is welcome, and to oppose the conquering legion of the Void Empress. Oppose the Empire and seek out a community on a galactic scale. The Star-Crossed Galaxy is a space opera that reimagines pulp sci-fi to celebrate great queer love and power.
Why the Void Empress is bad is because she's straight, and we can't have that.
We couldn't get the rights to Star Wars, so we made our own.
Our own.
Oh, this feels like those. So they basically this is the Star Wars knockoff VH tape that you found in the dumpster.
Yeah.
This would be any of those horrible sci-fi movies from like 79 to 88, which ripped it off.
So like the Turkish Star Wars. This is
don't bring Turkish Star Wars is so bad that it rolls back to being amazing.
In a coffee shop on the border between two worlds, sword lesbians sip hot beverages, fight gentrification. Let us live in our slums where the murder rate's 10 times higher than everywhere else.
What does gentrification have to do with queerness?
It does now.
I thought
the queers like to move into neighborhoods that were formerly minority neighborhoods because cheaper property.
They do.
Yeah,
they're the gentrifiers.
They much like that too because black people like me absolutely despise these fucking people.
and guard the precious foxhole woods from deadly cishead
It just keeps getting worse.
lesbians. Wow.
Ugh.
Are you sure
right.
this isn't a deep fake? Are you sure this isn't like a big fucking deep
My turn,
fake,
my turn.
like flag operation to make
You-
gay
no.
people look worse than they really are?
You know what? I actually suspect it now. Like,
That this book.
okay, I see. I believe that you can read Fatal as a work of satire of old school role playing, and now I'm saying that you could read Thirsty Swords Lesbians as a parody of the woke movement.
But the thing is, that's the.
The sad
But
thing
the
is they're
thing is,
both
I think it's just.
genuine, but they're doing so
Yeah.
much damage to whatever they're professing.
I think the problem is this is. I think we're reading too much. The problem is we're reading too much into it.
I
We're not
don't know.
reading
I
too
don't
much
think we
into it.
are.
We're being sucked in. We can see through this veiled bullshit where like the DM just wants to see. All right, now you kiss. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. What are you going that are fucking up? Yeah.
He's
Literally what I'm seeing right now. I put the glasses on from They Live, and that's all I'm seeing.
Mhm.
It's be empowering and stuff. Instead, it's masturbate more. Keep going into graphic detail. You're
barge
so
into the
empowered!
women's
Um,
bathroom and terrify them.
Come for the cum god.
In a
Luge
world
for
that
the-
in a world that never sees the sun, neon lights cut through hearts and souls of revolutionaries. In pouring rain, light cycles race through narrow alleys, chasing down fragile hope. Can we honor fallen comrades and tear down the megacorp? Will we free Neon City 2099 from greed and corruption?
What's that?
Wow.
Cyberpunk
It's-
2077 ripoff that we made just because that came out? Who'd have thought?
It's Cybertron 2077.
When avatars are activated and system powers are hacked, Xeon swords come to life. So, like
My turn.
2077, is it going to be? This is the bug-filled one where, like, if you
Alright,
roll a 1, your character falls through the world or something.
All right, my turn. My turn. Sword lesbians are the 3 orders of Adar. Sex.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Battle hookers?
That's
That'll
right.
hurt.
You twerk. Now you gotta do a pole dance in front of these businessmen. They're so empowered.
Again, how is this not a black flag operation? How
guess
is this
that-
not
this-
a black flag operation hosted by like a Republican designed to suck away all the money from people who genuinely believe in this? It feels like how. Fun fact: did you know that Whole Foods actually is primarily owned by a Republican? A lot of new age food stores are owned by people who then use them to fund Republicans. So have fun
Yeah.
with that. Fucking
wanna
idiots.
fucking die. There's sex workers and exotic dancers who are holy war. I'm sure
What?
Jake really
Trevor
appreciates
Paladin.
that.
Are you fucking
That-
kidding me?
these are the kind of characters. These sound like fucking that. This has that guy written
It
all
does.
Yeah.
over.
That's what I was saying. It's literally just, it's the GM masturbating while you're trying to empower yourselves.
Okay, so my character is a paladin who's also a really hot, sexy lady who likes to make out with other sexy ladies.
I'm
And
a
she's-
paladin of the goddess of love, and as part of that, spreading that love elsewhere, which includes men and women.
Oh god.
It's really empowering. You don't understand.
Instead of making it.
I grew up the barmaid. Isn't that
It's
like immoral? No,
empowering.
she wants it.
But wait, isn't the whole point of making genuine? Isn't the whole point of God of Love making genuine, lasting relationships? It
Nope.
doesn't matter.
No,
Only,
give
Uh,
the
the only
money
one-
for the suck. $5 sucky.
the only holy warriors these are holy warriors of goddamn Slanesh.
Yes, absolutely.
They wear their battle scars with pride, and clothing removing, and the clothing removal is a metaphor for safe vulnerability. Sex work has not only been legalized, but it's considered a sacred profession.
So,
What?
so this is the Green River Killers like utopia. I'm gonna kill all
mean-
the hookers.
But isn't the whole point? Isn't like most all sex workers like suffer. Most of the reason why most intersex works is because they've had traumatic experiences, and
Think
most
about that. It's empowering.
Also, don't forget that most sex workers are also usually enslaved and human cattle.
Don't
Also,
think about it.
or they're heavy users of drugs or other substances.
No, it's empowering.
The Nice Scum would like to take this moment to thank ICE for protecting women of color from being traded in the sex industry. Thank you very much, ICE. Continue to do what you do.
So, down a glass of champagne, steal a Zeppelin, and turn up the heat in an after-hours club while you swap poetry and dissidence as a member of Les Violettes Dangereuses, a group of revolutionary artists who give new meaning to the pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh God, futurists.
It's like
Avant-garde. Oh God, this is avant-garde future. They are avant-garde futurists. Is this lesbian fashion?
honestly,
Lesbian
a red flood setting game in this is probably one of the few times it would not be the worst.
Yeah, probably.
If I hear poetry, anytime I hear RPG and poetry slam, I'm like, this is not going anywhere good.
Yeah.
The only
In
hope for a
Yulsa
better
Revolution, you live in a utopia where everyone can be who they are and no one is anyone's boss.
What?
Maybe
So-
the revolution. What the thing is, in that case, wouldn't a revolution be order? Because you'd be going against the. You'd be because of the
Well,
whole
maybe-
point of our.
Well, in a smarter setting, that might be the point.
Also, isn't
Because
this
your
just the aftermath
society
of
is
the hypothetical communism?
apparently.
It's the hypothetical aftermath of true communism, but this is never fucking happening.
Oh,
So
hold on.
it's
The island is a-
here's the. Oh, go ahead.
The island of UC of blah, 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 blah. It's a collective of refugees and indigenous. You all must protect your home from colonial and imperial forces using your charm, your wit.
Wait, aren't
and
the
your force.
refugees invaders of the indigenous people though?
Yeah?
I mean, in a smarter setting, that might be a point of conflict. But no, this is magical Native American. Those magical, ignorant savages who were so in tune with nature. Kind of disgusting
No, wait,
condescension.
They have the magic. They could sort out between the good refugees and the bad refugees.
See, whenever I hear magical Native American, I'm just reminded of the Aztec legend of when their head priest violently skinned a girl alive and then danced around in her flesh after ripping her heart to sacrifice to their chief god.
Well, like I said,
the Aztecs were metal as fuck.
they were cornate. If nothing else, they probably worship. They were probably cornate. They're probably fucking cornate worshippers. Blood for the blood god.
But no, those are just post-colonial lies. It's not like every Native American had their own traditions that could be considered.
It's not like
suspect.
It's not like the Comanche were notorious fucking raiders of settlers and other natives alike.
It's not
no,
like
that's
the third gender in most Native American tribes were usually the result of men being too much of a fuck up at knowing how to hunt, so they were just forced to do women's work so they were at least useful somewhere. That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
you
point
also-
of that
made
third
bit.
gender. It's literally you're too much of a bitch to actually hunt, so fuck you. Grow some corn. Fucking
Oh,
sow
yeah.
some shit.
You also have the world's first airship. So, how the fuck? Like, is like magic? Like, how the fuck can like these colonial powers like colonize you if you're like technologically advanced?
You
Or is this like
see,
Wakanda we're
that
in?
makes sense, but also no. Screw you. Airships are cool. That's all they thought about.
Airships are cool. The monsters are your friends. The states are your enemies. And you've got a buttload of radical sapphic love on your side.
What is that, Orgon energy or something?
Yeah.
Oregon energy.
Anyway, before we start looking at the star-crossed galaxy, let's see if anyone has decided to join us on this magical adventure. What I miss,
No.
critique everything, enjoy nothing. Try to nurture the PCs in RPG-only war. See what that was? Twilight 2000, nuclear toxic setting. Yeah, I actually have that one. It's pretty great. Yep, join the Discord. Of course, there is Starbucks standing. So 3 order, whatever, is just worker Amsterdam, but smells worse than the Shaz. Wait, please see this. Oh, you're talking about the horrible furry art that, I can show the horrible furry art since a lot of you guys didn't know we were streaming. Let's go all the way back to the GM move so you guys can enjoy the terrible furry art.
And
Also,
can
let me
any of
just
you all
quickly see
can
if
you all
Toby...
can any of you send me this link to this book so I can actually
So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
here's
I gotcha.
here's the result of two people in a chili eating contest. This lady lost. Where's the horrible furry art? Here's cracked out kind of Darth Vader on page 89 in a
Thanks.
space setting, fighting a
Going
midget.
to
Well, fighting a person with dwarfism. I guess the bootleg Game of Thrones setting is the stripper setting. I would not have been able to guess.
Oh.
I would not
There's
have
no
been able to
fucking
guess.
way. There's no way.
Oh God,
I need to
looking
show
at
you
this.
the horrible furry art since some of you haven't seen it. Where is it? Here we
Let me see.
go. Here we
Let me s-
go. On page 97, Witness.
All right.
Witness.
I don't.
You have murderous
Witness.
7 of 9 wielding the dark saber. About to fight and kill some of the worst furry art I've seen ever.
Jesus Christ.
We have to. It was the only way. We had to ensure they were inferior. The process was inferior. We must cleanse them in order to bring a new superior batch.
Look at these noble furries.
By the way,
Look
the
how
best
cute
part
they are.
is, since it's uncompleted art and you can tell from the detailing on the furry characters compared to the other stuff, you could definitely do whatever you want in that white spot. This is a great exploitable for those who want it.
Don't do it.
It's so bad. Don't worry, there's worse furry art. Like on page 99, look at this horrible snout. That's not a snout. It's like, what the fuck?
It's like it can't decide if it's between a snout or if it's like a seal's, like a walrus's
That skull is
proboscis.
fucked.
Yeah, it looks like that it took whatever it's supposed to be, took a bad punch to the face.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if the top half actually has its own hinge, you know, the top half of the face, and it can go
Yes.
up and down. It looks so bad. And here's some more bad art for those of you who missed it. Anyway, Starcross Galaxy, since, you know, in a far-off galaxy, sword lesbians of the Haven, repeating the same thing that was up here. Very quality, very Kino. Principles: make space weird and magical. Hop in your space whale into your space whale with your chosen family and investigate a magic vortex to another realm. Cross swords with the Legion on Galactic Livestream where they raid your underground talk show. Fall in love with a gay spaceship.
What?
One motif of Starcross is putting a familiar situation into a completely alien context.
Is this where all the money for Star Citizen's going?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And exploring how that context inspires you to imagine new possibilities. So the problem with that is these are all just kind of kooky sci-fi ideas that have already existed that they're just throwing in. And don't get me wrong, it's fun to do kooky sci-fi.
Actually,
Like,
can we make a lesbian / fic of Battlefield Earth? That's
Oh
magic is gonna
god.
be-
you
Oh
actually could
god.
do Battlefield Earth.
Who's gonna
include
play
the
Troll?
include the some of the stuff that wasn't in the movie,
Yeah.
like
Who wants to play
like
very
this, like the
What?
literal space Jews who are bankers and descendants of sharks. I'm not kidding. L. Ron Hubbard put that in there.
So you can also explore, learn, and share. Space is vast and full of possibility. Connect with your community or pine longingly across the parsecs. Meet people who live in a way you've never imagined. By the way, the only reason they knew what a parsec was because Star Wars used it once. And wondered why you do things the way you do. If it's habit or intention that structures your life. Focus on people. Thirsty Sword Lesbian shines when it's used to tell stories centered on people. People you can talk to, flirt with, try to understand, and duel. One side of this is being generous with information. There are no mechanics for how well you can scan a space anomaly and understand the physics or magic behind it. So if you want your hard sci-fi, go fuck yourself. That's not this setting for you.
Also, what if you want to play a villain in this setting? It sounds like
No.
You can't.
You're already a band of rapists, so I mean, you already are villains by default.
yeah.
The GM should
I mean,
tell you some interesting... Oh, by the way, for those of you who missed the last live stream, GM stands for Gay Master, and I'm not fucking with you.
the game.
I am
Okay.
not fucking with you. This is why I think this is partially a false flag, at least to some level. It feels like it at times, at the very least.
Well, I think it's just because it's so shit. This looks like such a stereotype that it has to be some elaborate satire, of the nature of queer product branding in gaming.
So anyway, the GM should just tell you some interesting or actionable information about it. The other side is to get people involved. Maybe the space anomaly heralds a confused time traveler who's been in so many continuities they can't keep them straight. Or maybe a scientist is deeply invested in getting credit for the discovery, or the Legion wants to harness it against a nearby world.
They want to harness the argon energy.
The Orgon energy. We got it. No. We got to steal the energy from the Vril and the reptilians before the Anunnaki come.
You're darn straight we
The
have
age of
to.
Aquarius is upon us. We must harness the Orgon energy for our own needs. I don't even know what I'm saying. I think I had a stroke.
I've already broken out the jack right now.
Yep. And apparently, Tentacle Hair is an accelerationist. Look at that patch.
Oh yeah.
God.
Faster, 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 faster,
We need
faster.
to break the
All
system, burn it all down, faster, 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 faster.
For all of you that don't get the reference, this group of people really fucking love Hearts of Iron 4 and the mods. And if you look up the Red Flood, you'll see an insane world full of depressing bullshit that these fuckers love for whatever reason.
Well, also there's a real life ideology called accelerationism, which is basically burn it all down, ooga booga.
Kill them all.
And
It's
that patch
Looks
looks
like-
just unnervingly like the accelerationist symbol.
She is.
So-
I like to think that you were playing
It's
a
like-
hard
Oh
If-
god, it's like gay accelerationism.
oh my god, playing a game where you're playing homo accelerationist could actually be quite.
We need to...
Gotta burn down the patriarchy, you all.
By the way,
Heteronormativity will
they're
burn in the
so
fire
good.
of progress.
These people are so good at doing their job. They're looking at pornography while they're driving.
That's like Japan. That's like Japan.
Oh god,
apparently.
they are. I thought it was a fucking
What the
joke.
fuck?
Setting. The Haven Cooperative is a union of 7 star systems with dozens of species and hundreds of cultures. In just fucking
Oh.
7 star systems?
I thought the thing is though, eventually cultures would somewhat homogenize. Eventually, when you start getting into
That's one of the beauties of sci-fi. It ultimately means that your little distinctions between your species doesn't matter anymore.
yeah, I mean there could be minor. Maybe if there was 7 star systems, there could be 7 different cultures because the
My
distance
God,
between.
are you advocating for borders, Adam? We don't
What?
advocate for that here. It's an open and free society. There is no.
They're
There's no-
united by a shared commitment to cooperation and mutual learning.
Ripping off
The
the
Haven-
Federation.
Yep, the Haven can serve as the PC's home community, or you can define a smaller community within the Haven, especially if you're interested in exploring conflict within this utopian realm.
What, so they don't do like what the Federation does and just kill you in your sleep? Fun
Fun
fact, dissent is removed on purpose via
Yeah.
the internal intelligence agency, which no one knows what it's called.
The antithesis of the Haven is the Void Legion, which I'm gonna say that's a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
An authoritarian and exploitive power that desires domination over the galaxy. The Empress is popular in the Imperial Core. She uses the might of her legion and the sophistication of her propagandists to expand and consolidate her power. Independent star systems stop the galaxy, blah blah blah. Wormholes, blah blah blah. Okay.
In between stars known to the Haven are vast swaths of the galaxy that can't be reached. Some ancient light speed signals have emerged from nearby unreachable stars. So basically, there's set strings you can go on, but you can't go through like all of the galaxy, just parts of it. Oh, but wormholes can be fickle, and neither streams are countless. Explorers who have braved uncharted routes can find awe-inspiring wonders of nature or meet new civilizations, and explorers from elsewhere arrive from time to time. So basically, kind of ripping off the hyperlanes from Star Wars.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can. I'm just thinking that we need several colonies, and we need to send them down out of orbit. If you catch my drift. Well, let's just say that. Let's
Oh, I
just
know
say we
who's
may
looking
take
at
a.
the pornography. It's the third lady. What's wrong with your arm?
It looks like it's.
Oh God, it just disappears.
She
Breaking
kind of
out
looks like she has a
fundamentally.
pseudo avant-garde look to
She
her.
doesn't have
So.
her head's not connected either, by the way.
Oh no, she's not.
Is she supposed to be like a hologram or something?
I think so. So they're beating it. They're not only are they watching it, they're watching multiple porn. They're watching multiple types of pornography.
By the way,
So
agents of the gay agenda. That's
I've been
They're coming
accused.
for our children.
Agents
Oh,
of the gay.
no.
So the PCs are agents from across the Haven who operate in Void Legion space and on independent worlds, supporting local factions working towards liberation. You're playing the fucking rebels from Star Wars. That's basically what
But
you
the
are.
thing is, they just say that the Legion is authoritarian. They just say that the Void Legion is authoritarian, but they don't say why it's bad.
Well,
Because
they can't
because
explain villains
authoritarian.
because bad guys are just to be punched. It's that awful mindset where, oh no, if we explain their ideology, there might be idiots that agree with them. Oh no.
It's like how my dad ever wanted me to view about the homosexual point of view, so I want to become one of them.
So anyway, so here's some adventure ideas. Rebel catfolk in occupied territory in urgent need of resupply. Can the PC sneak, con, and flirt their way through Void Legion space with a cargo ship and keep the feline freedom fighters from failing? Can they get a ship full of refugees back out?
I'll sell them out. The thing is, I'll sell the refugees out if I get enough cash.
Oh my god.
During a visit to an independent system, a Haven-friendly activist introduces the PC to a friend who's been questioning their
Oh,
gender and wants to talk about it with people who will understand and aren't a part of their local circles. Meanwhile, a
it?
magic sword is stolen from the museum where they work. A relic that would be extraordinarily dangerous in the wrong hand. Can the PCs support their new friend while also retrieving
No.
the relic?
Why?
No.
What do these two threads have to do with anything? They're not even connected.
That's I think the idea is traditionally it's either the activist or the friend who did it. You know, who stole it.
Yes.
The Void Legion's new blockbuster film is about to premiere, and the actors are traveling to an independent world as part of a tour to wine and dine local influencers, aka the biggest pieces of human garbage on the planet. Influencers are just narcissists that use their narcissism to make people believe that they're worth something. It's really
The
just
PCs
filming your life on Instagram, and it's pointless.
But what if the
PCs
Void Legend new blockbuster film's actually good and you're just being a bunch of dickbags? Like,
Yeah, what if it has nothing to do with promoting the Empire? What if it's just like the equivalent of like a Three Stooges movie?
like,
What if
No,
it's just mindless entertainment?
what if it's
know-
like this great? What if it's this great military? What if it is like propaganda, but it's this great? It's like Novinsky. It's
Yeah.
like where it's actually really good.
Or what if
What if
it's
it's
like
really-
or what if it's like the equivalent of a Paul Verhoeven movie where it looks supportive if you're stupid, but in reality it's subversive?
What if it's a masterpiece of cinema that sets a milestone? Like my favorite film, Triumphs of the Will.
What if it broke new ground like Rogue One?
The PC's mission is to discredit the Void Legion's propaganda and disrupt it. What, you're just gonna go up to them while they're like enjoying their dinner and punch it? They're gonna be doing what like Black Lives Matter did.
You're
They're
gonna
be screaming at people.
photobomb like influencers and like fuck with them on their TikTok or whatever.
You know what?
they're gonna be screaming at them while
That
they're at their
actually
meals.
sounds fun.
That's one of the only good
Screaming at them while they
ideas.
eat their meals. That's what's gonna happen.
You're gonna go to their blocky stand or whatever and just like fucking photobomb and annoy everyone involved until the meeting ends. There's something
That's when the Legion Death Squads come to take care of you.
probably. Seeking connection, adventure idea. Explore The PCs explore rogue wormholes and dangerous ether currents. Hey, they're using 19th century scientific understanding of space, according to sci-fi writers. And wind up exploring their own relationships and emotions as much as they explore space. Hey, look, it's not Undine again being a pervert. They need to
Venture
learn to stop
ideas.
looking at porn.
The PCs arrive to a star system full of four-armed green cuties and mostly just have a nice time getting
Oh,
to know
no.
them. Miscommunications and complex feelings spice up the visit, and someone might get challenged to a duel. But the scale is interpersonal and intimate. Use the emotional conflict from the PC's playbook as inspiration, and introduce them to green cuties who are struggling with the same issues they are.
Lo and behold,
You
they don't
heard
know
that
the
first,
grade.
people. This person advocates boinking the natives, which is actually one of the biggest crimes
Well-
the colonists ever did to the natives.
Also, lo and behold, they did not know the cuties were underage.
Yeah.
I swear, officer, I didn't know that she was only 5 quarks R's.
She said she was 7,000 quark stars.
It's gonna be like
It's obvious by the color of our skin. The older we get, the darker our green becomes. And that's the only fucking difference after
You
they reach
destroyed
5
what you-
quasars.
You have. It's obvious that after 5 quark stars, our skin gets slightly. They have the same pitch voice.
Same pitch voice. They grow to the full adult size within a year, within a quaxar.
A rogue wormhole drops the PCs in a new star system, then collapses behind them. The people of this star system are initially wary or even hostile, because it just so happens that a Void Legion scout force has recently been raiding the system and has abducted a number of people. The silver lining is this means there's probably another path to get back to known space.
Translation: leave them to die. Leave them to die.
A giant space beetle has appeared in contestant space and seems to be trying to communicate. As first contact experts, the PCs are called in to try and befriend the new arrival.
This is
AKA,
them ripping off
fuck
like
'em.
Star Trek's more goofy plots, with like the giant living entity in space.
This is just no. When they mean befriend, they're mean fuck them, have sex. Of course, they're not the only ones with an interest in the visitor, and the way they handle the conflict with the other interested parties will surely shape the Beatles' perception of them and of Haven.
So you just communicate with a giant bug. What does it say?
It says,
Turns
eat the bugs. Fuck the femboys.
It turns out that it was a scout probe for a biological hive mind empire, which now realizes that there's a nice juicy food source over here.
Yes.
Congratulations, you doomed us all.
So here are the
All right,
characters. By the way, they even give these stupid like pronouns things.
Ugh.
Oh,
Oh,
also a little bit of Steven Universe ripping off.
Will somebody read them?
Okay. Meditator Sriracha
Karichka.
Zer, a mantid who studied with the empathetic dryads of Rond. Z is an influential figure in the Hive movement, whose vision for Haven is modeled on the eusocial behavior of space bees.
Oh
The
god.
individual means nothing. You are just a number. You are just a number in the machine.
It wants to decree
Hail the
war on-
benefactor! Hail the benefactor!
no war on individual. A rabbit. Oh god. It's an accelerationist mantis that wants a war on individualism.
Z has a taste for sweets and is always looking for an excuse to bake and share Zer treats, but the sword on her belt isn't for show. A dryad lover gave Zer a gift, one of the dryad's many arms, which provides the wood for the sword's frame.
See, this is made from my friend's arm. They gave it to me. Did they really? Yes. Me cut to the planet. Oh, my arm!
It's
Does her vision for the Haven match with the PCs? Probably not. Will she be a friend, an enemy, or both?
That's creepy.
How can it be both a friend? How can it be
Yeah.
both a friend and an enemy at the same
This
time?
is terrible. This name is fucking terrible. Tentaculus Stronctopus.
Ugh.
Awful. Awful fucking name. Worst name you could ever fucking give. So, former champion of the Legion, a muscular octopus woman with blue squid. There she is!
Yeah.
Blue skin and ruddy vampiric tentacles for hair. When the Legion arrived at her world, they came as friends, there to share technology and protect them against the terrible threat from the depths of space. Tenta's families made a pact with the Legion, and when some on her world rebelled, she fought as a Legion general. What, she just became one? No actual officer
Apparently.
school? Oh, God. How are the Legion winning with tactics like that?
I think this says more about the Haven than it does the Legion.
The
Now
thing
she-
is, now she sees that she bought into a lie, corporate lies, and that the family she trusted had sold out their. But why? We don't explain right there.
Yeah, what happened? Like, is it a set up fake revolt to, like, call numbers or something? Is there, like, a reason? Is it like the Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z where they were betrayed and, like, mostly exterminated as part of a scheme? That would at least give, like, good motives or something. But no. They expect you, the gay master, to figure this out, not them. The
Walk
people they
around
hurt
and
were
find out.
Yeah. She's too ashamed to return home, but she helps the people of the Haven and the independent systems resist the Legion with her knowledge and her Legion tech sword.
But the thing is, what if she's like a double crossing monster, like that? She's just just a two timing snake. That's not always a possibility.
You know, I just realized if you really think about it, this also could be seen as a ripoff of the character Celeste from Final Fantasy VI. Former Imperial general, given from childhood to be a tool of the Empire, goes against them because of moral compunctions, and ultimately works with the Resistance. In this setting, the Haven. In Final Fantasy VI, the Returners. Wow, there's nothing original here. Oh my god. Anyway,
Oh
the
God!
Steven
And
Universe Crystal.
yeah, Steven. You know what? We don't even need to read this because the next thing is even more.
Ah, yes, the spaceship.
I read this. Zephyr Celesti, autonomous spaceship. Oh God, can I play as a spaceship?
I
Is
think
that possible?
this is ripping off Eddie from Mass Effect.
Zephyr Celesti was built by the Void League, experiment in new tier of artificial intelligence. Gay intelligence. One sophisticated enough to control the doomsday weapon they built into her. Fortunately for the rest of the galaxy. Why would you give a doomsday device to an AI?
I don't know. Why in Star Trek are there races that made bombs intelligent? There are at least 2 episodes where they dealt with sentient bombs that knew their purpose. I'm not fucking with you.
They were unable to control their creation, and she has been programmed herself to never kill again. Is trying to find a way to make a galaxy better. She's also interested in conversations about identity. In particular, she's been questioning her gender. She was I didn't know they assigned it. Also, birth is misspelled.
No, it's a shit post, like ship birth.
Oh,
They're trying to be funny.
That's a really shitty AI if you have it questioning what the fuck it is.
Yeah? I
Yeah?
mean,
also, there's Tar Z, a dragon sex. Why does a sex worker have to deal with this? Only accepts payment for sex work in secret. Oh God! But information can be handled. What the fuck does D and dir mean?
They're stupid neo-pronouns.
neopronouns that are pointless.
Der sword is nimble, but it's rare that D needs to draw
I
it.
think I think a furry commissioned a lot of money to put their character in this one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this. This is degenerate, and I'm not about too much degeneracy. Otherwise, you got.
You gotta stop. You
Spaghetti.
gotta stop
I'm not
spilling
spilling. I'm not spilling
Okay.
spaghetti.
Okay.
Continue on with the show.
Okay. Legion. Countess Mordrella Fang. She hurt Milady.
I didn't even see that until there.
My lady.
Fuck is that thing on the left?
I think it's like a
That is-
muscle orc or something.
That is not a lady. That is Abby from The Last of Us, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's man. It's
Actually,
ma'am.
Actually, I could see replace that sword with a golf club. It'd be great. A pale imperial noblewoman, muscle and scarred. Despite her military prowess, she is most renowned for extravagant parties, typically taking place at unique locations such as the Titan's Graveyard or the Whispering Nebula. These gatherings are where deals are made that reshape alliances on a galactic scale and where scandals unfold to destroy her rivals. In jarring contrast to her elegant and elaborate jackets and gowns, their swords a jagged blade of bone white with a reddish tin. Stole the sword from deep within ancient ruins during the pacification of a border world early in their career, and she refuses to part with it. Also, they're a vampire. I don't really know how that would affect standing, and also, if you're in space, this leads to the vampires in space rule. If you're in space, does that mean you constantly burn? Because of all the
That's-
suns?
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Vampires.
Don't worry,
Vampires in
that's a UV,
space.
that's a UV shielding dress. Is
It's
what
kind of like
is
werewolves in
shooting through.
space. Is it just that arm? Is it just the Earth's moon that causes you to transform, or is it every single moon in the fucking universe?
I would like to repeat this great quote that the Dungeon Delver said, and he says, "Maogre." It's
Yeah, sorry, chat. It's just there's so much. It's so dense.
This is a lot to take in.
It's so dense. Don't worry. I'll get to you guys. We're almost done. There's 7 of 9, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Denise
don't bring.
Bycross. Captain Bycross commands the ISS Insatiable. See, when the British did Her Majesty's ships, they when they used the eyes, they usually used very inspiring and interesting hints with
Indomitable.
alliterable,
Indomitable.
indomitable,
Invincible.
inflexible, invincible, and maybe the impossible if they're really desperate. There's always they use a variety of impressive sounding adjectives, not insatiable.
It's insatiable because it's
This
insatiable
is
the
so
amount of.
ham-handed.
No, insatiable is about the insatiable amounts of death it wants to reap upon its enemies.
Either way, it is so ham-handed of a metaphor that you would get laughed out of basic writing.
I don't even know how to write.
Fortunately, writing's racist, so you can redo year
Don't
zero
worry,
with
all
that.
the writers have been thrown out. All the writers that have basic talent have been thrown out because they demand actual paychecks. Part of the
They don't-
Imperial Void Legion Expeditionary Force. Her continuing mission is to seek out new life and new civilizations and conquer them in the name of the Empire. Evil Captain Kirk, basically.
Yeah.
Lanky and quick with short blonde hair, Captain Bycross is deadly with their maintained top-of-the-line Legion laser blade, aka the Dark Saber. Per standard Void Legion practice, she doesn't simply blast enemy starships with energy cannons. She leads the boarding party to face the enemy in hand-to-hand and take their ship intact, which I think is fucking stupid, but you know.
Yeah. Why?
They're evil. Shouldn't they not care about that sort of stuff? Shouldn't
I
they
mean,
just kill them all?
Wouldn't that imply that the Legion is actually starved for resources and they need to and they're retrofitting enemy ships?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, their
Like,
career has stagnated, however, because they refuse to wed any of the male admirals. Okay.
But why is marriage important? Unless this is like
Because
a backward.
toxic. Ignore that the leader of this is an evil space empress. Keep that in mind.
But why is she
Their
evil?
head of state is an empress.
But why is that? Why is she?
Don't think about it.
There's no explanation. She's just evil.
By the way, because this is like a 7 of 9, it's pretty clear that the writer probably had a crush on the actress who played 7 of 9, because under suspicion of sympathizing with subversive. So this is the This is the lesbian in the closet who will turn to a good guy despite. Didn't we see like art of her violently murdering and mutilating people?
Yeah.
Remember,
to-
our heroes, ladies and gentlemen, abusers and abused.
User the excuser again.
Oh no.
Anyway, these are custom rules and stuff, but hey, let's see what chat's going on. And actually, let me because you guys are here, let me add in. There you are, Biggie.
You got a friend in me.
Where are you, Al? You're hiding here. There we go. There you are.
I don't want to be here, but I
There you
am
go.
here.
All right, let's take a look at chat. It's okay. Superimpose a Black Templar and a White Void. What have I missed? Horrible. Actually, not really. Just sadness. Hell on Earth. Yeah. Space anomaly. Save us, O monolith, from this trash. Moker. You might be. You're right. This dense in both literal and metaphorical book. The book and authors. Dr. Nick. Void Legion is just the magistracy of Canopus, and both are telling Haven to chill. Okay, that's a great BattleTech reference there. For those of you who don't really know much about BattleTech, I think our fans know more than we do about BattleTech since we don't have we don't have Tech Priest on here. The Magistry of Canopus is your kind of element of Wicca hippie run by girl power sort of empire, but kind of more like the Weed Lamau kind of democracy, if I remember right. But not really, because democracies don't exist in the world. Like, you know, it's the hippie Wicca house.
Oh no.
So up next is the Lesbians Coffee House, which,
Why would I want to role play about a coffee house? That just sounds fucking terrible.
Wait, do they
I have to
actually
do-
tell you? Do they actually show you who wrote which? Did someone else write
Yeah.
this?
Dominique Dickey.
We look up this person
Blame
and find
them.
out what kind of.
Starcross Galaxy wasn't written by anyone.
It was written by the
Nobody's
main
listed.
author.
All right.
Look at this guy.
I'm not
Look at
going
that.
to. and
Yeah, no.
We're gonna keep
I'm
minimal dignity here.
Yeah. Yeah. Besides, I want to develop the mental image of the author just from their writing.
I'm seeing someone in their late 30s, thinning hair. Has a big neck beard.
No, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing early 30s, dyed hair, neon blue, and they really liked those sitcoms where it's just vagina monologues.
Who are you talking about? The one that that did Lesbian Coffee House?
Yes.
I'm something like that. I'm basically envisioning.
It's called Lesbians Coffee House.
I'm envisioning the type of person who would be hired by Alex Kurtzman or Disney to write
Here's
for
how
Star
I
Wars
would
or
do
Star
that.
Trek, but they fucking hate that. But they love soap operas.
Here's what I would do.
And she has like 3 cats.
Here's how I redo Lesbians Coffee House. Is that the guy who made the coffee house was named Les, and he thought this was going to be like creative, like, you know, I'm going to use my own name. I'm going to use my own name.
Les Beans.
Yes, you know what? That might be fun. Unfortunately,
seems to be a lot of women here.
He doesn't. He's
like
unaware.
Completely oblivious to it.
Yeah, for Les, I'm envisioning like this kind of overweight Minnesotan.
Yeah, he's like in his mid-30s. He's oblivious to this. He's not like a bad guy or like any exploitive. He's
like
just
mid-30s, overweight, has like a weird mustache, and he's like confused, thinning hair. He's like, huh. Well, I mean, you know, it's nice that everyone seems to like my coffee. Anyway, I'm gonna go to my room. Enjoy everything.
All right. Overview is just repeating what they previously said.
weird magic energy.
In a coffee shop on the border between two worlds, sword lesbians sip hot beverages, fight gentrification, and guard the precious foxhole wood from deadly cis-headed incursions.
Reminder that it's usually gay people that gentrify those areas that poor people live.
Also, isn't cishet normativity normal? Like, I mean, that's how
Yeah.
populations are
Not
made.
allowed in Gayville.
How exactly are they deadly? Like, do cis people put out deadly radiation that melts sword lesbians?
No,
No,
they say I don't like you that way, and the emotional damage, because remember, this is powered by the
Oh, yeah.
apocalypse system, can be so great that you literally die from hurt feelings.
you die. Your heart meter shatters to zero, Randall, and then where are you from there?
By the way, just make sure you guys can see this, because sometimes I will get my my tempo messed up because it's hotkeyed. You guys are seeing like the Lesbians Coffee House and the principles of Find Magic Everywhere on stream, right?
Let me check. Nope. You're boomeranging it up.
And that's why I warned you, and that's why I asked. I wanted to make sure. It should be good now, though. You should see Find Magic Everywhere.
I don't like magic.
Is it fixed now?
Give me a.
Everybody in chat.
Yep,
help
there
us
we
out.
go. Yeah.
I need to ask, because I cannot, because otherwise you will
Yep.
see all of my millions of tabs, including my horrible idol game addiction.
So
Not Japanese singer idols. No, I sit there as the numbers go up idol simulator.
Can I read find magic everywhere? The PCs are changed by the magical real energy.
The queer magic. Orgon, power your Orgon energy.
What?
Unleash
They
your
bring-
sexual Orgon energy.
Maybe the magic is visible like a haze of glitter at the end of your vision. Maybe the magic has a smell like fish.
Like the aroma of pine forest permeating into the city.
No,
Maybe-
it smells like it smells like fish or semen. Maybe the magic is semen,
Edible.
is edible.
Like semen. Or tuna.
For opportunities to inject semen into unlikely scenarios as a mundane world touched by a fantastic world.
Mundane world is that's rather unfortunate wording.
So this is your secret world setting. Kind of like your this is the worst mage the Ascension you could ever do.
So this is a mage pack that's filled with coomers.
Power your Orgon energy via sexual.
The next
fucking
line is
tantrum.
literally the PCs have access to two worlds. That's twice as many people to flirt with.
If I did, I almost started snorting coke. Not the drug. I mean the drink.
I thought the whole point of romance is that you're focused to one person.
Romance.
No,
is...
fuck everything.
Gotta coom.
Through coffee shops meet cute.
That's not a word.
What?
Meet cutes are not a word.
Meet cutes with denizens.
It's meetups, but okay.
With denizens of Foxhole Woods or the bustling city. Who can you introduce to the Orgon energy of the Foxhole Woods? Who can you introduce to the beautiful mundanity of your metropolis?
Horrible.
Protect queer havens. Lesbians Coffee House and the Foxhole Woods are both queer havens in danger of falling into cishet hands.
Why is this forest filled with weird weird machine elves in danger?
These spaces
are vital to the communities that they serve, and to lose them would be devastating. Protecting lesbians from gentrification and the Foxhole Woods from cishet incursions may entail battle with your words. You're sore.
I'm envisioning the banks like, look, your coffee house is owing $100,000 in back taxes.
We can't ignore this. This is something we cannot ignore anymore.
This is like whole.
I'm just envisioning
What
like
the fuck is
like
this?
this tax person showing up, and then you like start attacking. It was like, no, I'm just talking about the fact that like if you just paid off your 100K debt, like Jesus, stop.
And Scumry!
And then like you got the tax man like desperately calling the police, hiding in their car. Like, please, they tried to kill me. All I did was ask them to pay up the debt they owed. I was gonna give them like another 30 days. Ah!
They're trying to fill me with their magical gay energy.
No, they don't know. He doesn't know that. Like the whole thing is you're trying to keep it secret, right? So they're just trying to murder this representative of the bank because if you're worried about gentrification, that's because you're behind on your payments for the building. These assholes are tax dodgers.
I'm gonna go on a rent strike to oppose my rich white landlord. Fuck him.
Like,
and meanwhile,
I'm just envisioning this terrified person about to be murdered by the fucking denizens of the coffee house, all because the fucking owner can't be arsed to pay for the fucking rent. Or put money into getting rid of the mold problem, or any other reasons that a building would be condemned besides gentrification, just because. Because the reason those buildings get torn down and replaced is because their condition is in bad shape. Like, it's usually part of your beautification, but if you can put money into updating your house, usually they're okay with that, you know?
Yeah. It's only if your neighborhood looks like a complete war zone do people start to care.
So I'm assuming that this magical coffee shop is like in the middle of Gary, Indiana, or something.
Yeah, but
God.
Like in an area that's getting improved, but they're not improving their Like I envision the coffee house is filled with like used drug needles. The fucking carpet is clearly squishing with mold.
There's
fucking like ceiling panels are. Oh,
you said
down.
It's squishing. It's squishing with mold. You know what? It's really squishing with atoms.
Like this place is a condemnable shithole.
There's like a civilization of homeless people that have set up in the bathroom.
Every 2 weeks, every day someone ODs on heroin in the toilet. Like it's the type of place that would be torn down. Because the thing is, again, with gentrification, unless it's like eminent domain where the government has need of that building area, if you pay off your house debt and you keep with city ordinances, you can get away with a lot. That's like, I don't understand it, you know?
But no, in the real world, gentrification is a racialized process in which people of color are priced out of areas that have historically belonged to them.
Usually by gay people who then hijack their neighborhood.
Yeah.
People forget about that part.
Everybody knows you don't want faggots in your neighborhood.
Alright. Les is a coffee shop of existing metropolis of the GN's choice, Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And the utopian Foxhole Woods. The Foxhole Woods, or the metropolis, can be the player's home community.
Wait, so our home community is a magical goblin realm now?
Oh yes, this is the rape goblin woods. This is the rape goblin woods.
Players can be baristas and co-owners of Lesbians or customers with an emotional stake in the business's success. In the in the Goblin universe, the very air is laden with magic. The magic reveals queer people as their true selves in all their beautiful glory.
So what? They like go full fucking pride mode, or is it a case of otherkin? Fuck you, I'm a dragon.
Fuck you, I'm a dragon. Fuck
Crossing
you.
The threshold from Lesbians to the woods entails a magical girl-style transformation into the most badass and sparkly version of yourself.
But what if you don't want this? What if that's...
Is it bad that I'm envisioning like this greasy used car salesman going in there, and they just somehow become pure grease?
Yeah. It's like a tub of Crisco mixed with glitter.
Like you see like his body's made of grease and it's now sparkly grease. Like oil.
Okay, so if this is the dimension that's filled with magic that reveals queer people, are there different versions of this universe? Like is there universe where black people turn into like magical. Is there like a Nation of Islam universe?
Yes, you
Where,
can.
where it reveals the white people as the evil dog caveman Jacobites that they are.
I thought you were going to go with Uncle Ruckus's White Heaven.
I mean, that's probably like a neighboring universe.
Just thinking of
There's like the Hyperborea universe where it reveals white people as the true alien gods. This is what this fucking shit sounds like. It's there's some implications here.
And it's not good. What if you're not gay? What if you just go there? Do you just stay normal looking? Like you don't turn into body glitter man?
No, since this is the Goblin universe, obviously you turn into the disgusting subhuman
Oh,
degenerate
you turn into
that
an
you
ugly
always
bastard.
were.
You turn
Yeah.
into an ugly bastard.
The thing is, what if in a normal universe that you're actually quite attractive looking, but if you're not homosexual and not a degenerate, that
You turn into ugly bastard.
Yeah, you turn into like an A. Wyatt Man cartoon or something.
yeah,
This is the logic that I'm going off of. This
And
is this is racist land, where
Oh.
people of a certain class become perfect and everybody else become the subhuman degenerates that they always were.
except it's been it's like some inverse, like photo negative world.
The Foxhole Woods is governed by the wise Queen Eustace, the Bachelorette looking for a match,
Eustace!
and her teenage daughter
Stupid dog.
Arabella. Eustace and Arabella live in a castle built into a large pine tree overlooking it. There's Kelly
How?
Falls, a chain of waterfalls where the fertile ground grows many enchanted plants, Mariella's Tavern, an alehouse where wicked adventures begin, and the Dueling Cave, an underground cavern where official conflicts are resolved through combat.
It's cool,
God,
they have
this
a
is-
blood sport ring.
Oh god, is this a place where is this Thunderdome?
Trial
Two
by
men-
combat.
Two
Cletus killed my chicken. I challenge him to a fight to the death.
Oh god, toilet goblin world where it's where might literally makes right. Might and strength in arms is how all court combat is settled.
This is so great.
Lesbian Beans has drawn an unusual number of cishet customers recently.
That's a good thing, though.
You to root ready.
That means your business is
cool effect.
That means your business actually is exploding in popularity.
As a member of the Dice Scum, I'm quite alarmed by the amount of gays in my YouTube channel. Can we get some gays to get out of here?
I mean,
Think about it. If you,
wouldn't you have to
cater a
excuse
specific
yourself though,
niche-
Biggie?
Oh.
Here's the thing, though. They're catering to a specific niche. Just gay couples, right?
Mhm.
No, this is lesbians. This was Les
just
trying
lesbians?
to make.
But getting normal. I can't call. I'm sorry, I'm calling it normal. But like when you're 90+% of the population.
Oh, go ahead. I mean,
Well,
it's.
So when
I'm fine with
a mundane person comes in here, and they start telling their friends isn't that great because your foot traffic improves and you now don't have to worry about constantly being in debt?
No, this here's a queer-only space. We don't want no integration. Segregation now, segregation forever. This is literally the logic that this is running off of.
Dude, are the
Holy
rumors
shit.
spreading throughout the town of the drink's magical effects? What, does it just give them Orgon energy to like last the hour?
Yes, the Orcon energy gives you the power through the day.
Although business is booming, land developer Mabel York has their eye on the property with the full backing of the mostly rich city council. Actually, so this is in Portland, the whitest city in America.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the mundane, because that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. Usually in elections, it's pretty even. It's pretty accurate to the city's demographics because, they represent different parts of the district, each council seat.
Yep.
But even if they have the full backing, that doesn't mean anything because it requires a purchasing ability. It's not like eminent domain. Like they can't really use it for that purpose. If the house refuses to sell itself out, they can't do anything about it. Unless they make ordinances that they fail to reach, like paint has to be, the exterior has to match the development around the area. What I'm trying to say is that, yeah, land developers can be awful and they can usually find ways to pressure, but if you're stubborn, you can usually beat them.
Generally
As
speaking,
long as you can match
absolutely.
ordnance.
Yep.
In the mundane, in the normie world, people in power follow rumors of magical places, seeking to exploit the magic. So yeah,
What?
this is Orgon energy shit.
So
Your
is this an Orcon energy craze?
So like the Nazis are gonna show up. The Airnat. What was that weird Himmler's dumb little sped club?
Even one where Hitler's like, "Man, you're retarded, man."
Yeah.
Oh god, I forget what they called themselves.
We need to find the gateway to Thule.
It's like
That would
Hitler's
actually
like,
be
"Man,
interesting though. Like imagine like a coffee house somewhere in like Bad M Mines or something. And like Himmler hears about the magical energy and he's like, I found it! The gateway to Thule!
the gateway
Alright.
to Thule is with flavor."
That would be
The average
interesting though, wouldn't it?
Your average citizen is unaware of this conflict and perhaps unaware of the existence of magic altogether.
Well, they
In the
probably
real-
should be.
Okay.
Magic is semen in their coffee.
Exploring the
people should-
racial dimensions of gentrification or your own gaming table is optional. If you choose to do so, pay attention to how you assign racial descriptors to NPCs such as Mabel York and members of councils of the city council. Translation: make them honkies.
What the thing is, what if Maple York was a black lady? She's just a very
And she's a
money-
race traitor.
Oh, she
I
can't
mean,
just be the
even
fact
though,
that she's
even though the
ambitious.
city that they're in, like let's say it's like, I don't know, Charlton, South Carolina, which is like 70% black.
What if she just sees it that we can? What if she has good intentions like that? I want to put in this new convention center will really make I've helped with everything, and this new convention center will really bring.
I want to tear down this neighborhood block because we need another hospital.
Yeah,
Like our infrastructure and healthcare system needs another hospital, and the
maybe
best
a
place
new
for the
school.
clinic is here.
This is an urban revitalization project. This place is literally a slum. There's packs of wild dogs roaming the streets. This isn't a good look for the city.
There's people shooting. In fact, there was a guy that just OD'd of heroin right outside the building.
There's a gang of homeless people in this building, pointing to lesbians. There's a gang of homeless people that have made their own tribunal and fucking mercenary band to kill other gang members in the city.
Roaming packs
Like
of
she
feral
points
dogs.
out, like right on the roof of a building down the street, there's like a naked guy with an Uzi on the roof of like a mini mart screaming about
Orgon
I am
energy.
the deliverer of justice.
The Orgon energy powers me. And on top of that, the coffee results tells me there's drugs in the fucking water in that coffee place. Everyone that goes in comes out different.
Like there's this massive. This is a CD. No, or Maple York is really undercover. She's like part of the CDC or something like that. This was just a cover story.
Yeah, because something's up with the coffee here. Like people are acting different after they've had it.
They're shooting rainbows out of their genitalia.
People been pissing rain. People been literally pissing rainbows.
Let's see. Protecting the Foxhole Woods. The PCs are natives of the Foxhole Wood.
Wait, why can't I be from the city?
Crossing back and forth between the magical and mundane worlds.
Why can't I be in the city though?
The doors between the worlds is in danger of discoveries by denizens of the metropolis, and the PCs have been tasked with keeping the magic of the Foxhole Woods from becoming known to cis-hats.
So they're trying to keep. Why is keeping magic from the normals a bad thing? It sounds like you're trying to be classes.
Can you imagine a Florida man with magic?
Oh man, that'd be fucking amazing.
Pretty. The results will not be pretty. Florida man already accomplishes all of the horrifying things he does just with drugs, mostly meth and fucking bath salts. Do you really want him to have magic?
Yes, correct. This is correct.
Florida man enchants alligator to fly.
Florida man arrested after flying on fire-breathing alligator.
Imagine an entire. Now I just want to see another mage where it's a bunch of Florida men that has made their own combat. Like complete batshit insane mages.
Princess Arabella has made an illicit outing into the mundane world to rendezvous with her secret crush.
In reality, she just wanted to try indoor plumbing and air conditioning.
Can you find her and return her home without wrecking her budding romance? You can't date outside the race.
You can't date outside the magical world.
Can you prevent her from spilling the truth about the Foxhole Woods to the wrong parties?
The
Queen-
wrong parties, i.e., the non-magics, i.e., the
The normals. The
The
normals.
normies.
Or as like to call them muggies, as I like to call them.
the undesirables.
Queen Eustace has tasked you with developing a new magical drink that convinces normies that there is nothing extraordinary about Lesbians Coffee House.
That
Invented-
sounds
So
like
its only magical purpose is everything is fine.
Do not
book-
look over here.
This book is actually pretty base and rip if you think about it, because this
Yeah.
is telling me segregation is great.
Yeah.
Fuck
my
yeah.
Inventing such a drink requires ingredients from throughout the Foxhole Woods, as well as a few special flavors from the mundane
Semen.
world.
Yeah, semen.
Goat semen.
Can you find all the necessary ingredients before nosy cisheads find their way into the Foxhole Woods?
Before angry customers find out that you've been putting semen in the coffee and beat you to death for putting such disgusting things.
So this is already worse than the horrible Starcross one, at least so far.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's
The members of the city council have discovered the Foxhole Woods and want to harness the Orgon energy to use to their own political ends. Can you prevent them from harming the woods through a combination of flirtation, negotiation, and sword wielding? You just murder the city council. Just imagine like the fucking National Guard, like I don't know, the South Carolina National Guard fucking kicking down the coffee house. Just God, imagine in the aftermath where they sent the military to fucking destroy you.
I mean, how the fuck would the world even react to knowing that there's a magical parallel dimension?
I'm just envisioning
Like-
the average reaction of the people who are worried about remaining a virgin at 30 going, finally, my dreams of being a wizard are true! Harry Potter fans rejoice!
The barista babes. The PCs are baristas at the collectively owned Lesbians Coffee. Oh, so that's why they're the land
Collectively
developer.
owned, no wonder they're struggling.
Yeah, so it's a shit show.
Oh God! If anyone in reality, if you look up most collectively, almost all worker-owned businesses, most of them are fucking absolute goddamn shit shows.
And maybe natives of the metropolis or of the Foxhole Woods.
Oh, hey, you can be from the city.
After hours, the PCs are responsible for hosting a series of meetups for the local queer community.
Well, I know why they're getting in trouble with the city. Prostitution is fucking illegal in every goddamn state but Nevada.
Their speed dating events are always a hit, though they rarely go according to plan.
That's not
That's because
speed
people
dating, that's
fuck.
speed fucking.
They're
I now know why. Like, this isn't like a bar. This is
But-
literally like a
process-
fuckhole.
Oh God! No, maybe Maple in reality is worried about the like horrid rise of AIDS or whatever STDs in our community, and this is like
STDs have gone up by 500% just in the last year.
And a new,
This is a-
and a
this
new
is a-
disease that's been discovered among some of the people. We're trying to
CDC.
contain it,
the CDC is on it. The CDC is calling my state.
and
is
it's not
calling
because
the
it's
state.
so filthy. It's because Foxhole Woods has this disease of their own. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
every world, every continent had its own diseases. Like syphilis was native to the Americas, for example.
Oh,
It's the only
God.
major New World disease that came from America. So I could see there being like this disease that to them is like the equivalent of the clap, but it's like the new AIDS.
It's been
See, that
devastating.
could be interesting. That's an
Um,
interesting idea.
A
You can have that
magical,
one for free.
a
Yeah.
magical
Like it's not
venereal.
even like it's not even that bad. Like they didn't know. Like the bar owners didn't know, and they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta deal with the disease." And then like you got the landowner lady, the land developer, like we gotta call in the CDC because like dozens of people, we gotta stop the spread, and like they gotta stop people from leaving the city.
This is turning into a potential crisis. This is turning into a potential national state to national crisis, and she's just sweating probably the person that's sweating bullets every day.
Charlton disease, it becomes known as, because for some reason I'm just envisioning it taking place in Charlton, South Carolina.
Queen Eustace plans to venture into the mundane world to try her hand at finding
So
love.
her daughter can't, but she can.
She's been lucky in love before and has a series of specifications that her new partner must meet.
I wonder why she couldn't find a boyfriend or a
or
girlfriend.
Yeah,
because
girlfriend. Can the
because-
PC because heterosexuality bad.
Oh yeah,
Ew.
perfect bride.
set her up with the well.
Oh,
Maybe
this-
she doesn't like the muggies. That's why. It's-
Fuck you, normies. And even more fuck you, normies. The cishets are crashing your speed dating night, determined to enjoy the magical beverages of lesbians and fall in heterosexual love with each other.
But why is that bad?
yeah, I mean, if
Because
they're
they're not us.
Yeah, but
Get
like
out.
it's filled. Like I imagine.
Normies, get out.
not heterosexual, what is wrong? It's like they're not. It would be like them just going to dump coffee on you or something like that, but being dicks or just going to beat
This
the
is
shit out of
just, hey, this coffee place seems kind of nice, and I've heard good news from like a friend of theirs who happens to be gay. Let's try it
Can
out.
you show them enough magic to awaken their latent queerness? They're putting chemicals in the water to hurt the fucking frogs gay!
Well, no, it's not even that. It's more like if you do magic, you become gay.
Oh my god! So to become a wizard, you must be homo. Oh god!
You not only
This
have
is-
to be a virgin until you're 30, but you have to go prison gay upon your 30th birthday.
So the hardcore homosexuality in this area is not because people are homosexual, but because they want to gain magical powers.
Channel the Orgon energy of being penetrated while penetrating.
That's the only way the Oregon energy will be. Oh god, homo fascist!
This is literally homofascism.
Shit show all around. Hey, listen, I know it's probably not a good thing, but I found out what the writer of this scenario looks like, and it's about everything you would imagine.
We don't
I'm
need
not
to
showing
say.
that though.
We don't need to because we don't need to be accused of being doxing or anything like that.
So,
All right.
last but not least, real estate developer Mabel York has gotten wind of the magic behind the coffee house. So they're ripping off the same one they did earlier. Actually,
Yeah.
it's the same fucking set stories. Look. Except for the
What's that?
second one. Those are the only two different ones out of the list. One's the princess, the other one's now the queen. One's the city council, now it's the land developer.
But what if so she's found out about the things and realizing that we need to figure maybe we can discover this place to find a cure for this this magical venereal disease. Maybe
AIDS.
she's like, oh thank God, we may find a way
They have
out.
the cure for AIDS.
You're gonna bake my straight heterosexual pride cake, you bigots.
In reality, that she's this woman in her 35. She has 2 kids and a loving family, and it's like this has been stressing her out to no end.
So for the characters, there's Queen Eustace, the ruler of Foxhole Woods. I like how they have to put in parentheses, Ed's single! Not easily flustered, is notoriously difficult to flirt with. Past romances led them particular, so she's going to die alone, probably with 800 cats.
The cats will devour her body before it's discovered.
Wait a minute. So she's queer, but she has a daughter. Okay.
Don't think about it.
Her
I guess
daughter's like
there's been cases where
Well,
people can
don't you know? Don't you know? Gay people are homoculi that come out of holes in the ground like dwarves.
So Queen Eustace's teenage daughter, budding protector. I'm ignoring the sword stuff because it's kind of... It's autistic. Like, they describe all of the swords. It's really autistic. So anyway, a teenage daughter, even pickier than their mother, who... Anyone who seeks to romance the queen must meet her approval. So not only can the queen not find someone, but the daughter's like vagina blocking her own mother.
What kind of kid what kind of fucking little fuck cock blocks your own parent? That's pretty shitty. Oh god, unless it's a really fucked relationship where the daughter is actually in love with the mother. Oh god.
So Arabella's fiercely curious about the mundane world beyond the woods, but she's forbidden from visiting. What is she, like 12 or something? I'd understand if she's a kid, but I don't think she is. I mean, they don't specify age, so I'm just assuming like, teenager or like early adult.
She's at least above 5 core 6. That's all we know.
Yeah. Carter, aka this is one of those abuse victim classes. This would be the devoted. They're super thirsty for the queen.
M'lady. I gotta serve M'lady.
Literally, the big half of their character description is just massive crush on the queen, but refuses to actually indulge on it.
M'lady. I want to make like Carter's actually a guy and he's actually wearing a fedora. He's just this nice guy.
So we got not Dalsim working with the bearded lady. Those are some chinny chin hairs.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
arm hairs.
Oh yeah, I just want to point out this on Mabel York, the bad guy, a real estate developer in the metropolis with her eye on Lesbians Coffee House as her next converted pub. She's known for buying up local businesses and turning the properties into a string of identical apartment buildings with rent far too expensive for any residents in the area. So how does she make money?
In translation.
You see, this is a person who has a trust fund. I think the main writers are all, affluenza-riddled idiots who rely on other people's money. And these are the type of people who would buy these apartments. Because their parents pay for it, not them. This is them trying to understand slumlords. Well, not slumlords. Trying to understand gentrification efforts.
Reality.
She doesn't sound like a fucking slumlord because
reality Maple
converting buildings into modern apartment buildings.
In reality, she's just trying to make
Is it like a Chinese land estate fraud?
Maybe.
Like, where they just build up apartment buildings to have assets outside of China?
Oh, I didn't realize that Maple York was some Chinese.
I mean, if you're going to do like evil landowner, what I would probably have done if you're going to do like evil landlord stereotype, have it be that during construction they cheap out on the process and they pocket some of the extra maybe.
Yes.
And because of that, things fail, and they usually try to blame the tenant for, like, an actual slumlord, where something will fail because they cheaped out on either getting maintenance people to check or just build quality is not perfect. And then they'll blame the rentee and abuse the fact most of them don't know anything about land law to kick them out and take their deposits.
In reality, Maple York is probably just just has decent business acumen. She's turned this place. She's turned a dying and decrepit neighborhood into something that's actually worth looking at. And it has brought properties up a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Also, it's looking like they go with those apartments are upscale, so it is gentrification. But the way I'm seeing it, this is kind of more of a consequence of city living in general, and this is why I actually relentlessly mock people who move to like New York and California.
It's a
one thing if
consequence.
you're born there. I don't usually shit on you if you're born there because it's like it ain't your fault. But if you
Yeah.
moved there, I don't have any fucking sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're crying about not being able to make the rent on like your like $800 $1,000 a month job, right? No, $1,200, $1,800 a month job, right? And you can't pay for your fucking apartment because it's like $2,000 a month. Bro, that's your fault. You moved there. Because if you stayed in like Bumblefuck, Tennessee or whatever, it probably only costs like $1,000 at most.
Even that's high.
I'm talking like a big apartment. Yeah.
Yep.
Usually it's closer
can-
to 800.
You get a mansion for 2K. But yeah,
But I'm just highlighting. I understand what they're going for, where these poor people like your grandmas, grandpas, and then you got your your urban environment, your grandmas, grandpas, the black community, Latinos that live there since like the goddamn 40s. They're getting kicked out because they can't pay off the new land price to value. I get that. I get what they're going for. The problem is, while that's bad, it's not really. Usually what happens is the neighborhoods that this happens to already have massive community problems, usually crimes, murders.
it's not like people can. If people try to intentionally kick out minority neighborhoods, that's a fucking loss. That's a massive fucking civil
Yeah.
suit waiting to. That's a massive civil suit waiting
And
to
it
happen.
has happened and they've gotten in trouble, but sometimes they do get away. There's awful people.
Yeah.
But here's another thing that the writer forgets. The people that usually are responsible for gentrifying are hipster bugmen and gay people that go to these areas because they're the cheapest places in the fucking
They're
city.
they're all in the same. Oh no.
So you can thank gay people for causing gentrification, because usually it's them and the bugmen. The weird, like, I have to take photos of myself screaming into the fucking camera because
You
that's
mean
what I think smiling is.
or
But those people. It's usually those people that drive up the prices because, well, they expect higher standards of living. Ooh. And because they improve the standards of living, it kind of cycles up and prices get priced out. See, you can scream gentrification bad, but you kind of have to understand what the problem is before you really can go into it. And this writer doesn't know it. In fact, this writer probably contributed to it.
And with that, it is nearly 10. Do we want to call it here and do a part 3?
I at
Because-
least want to get to the stripper holy warriors. We gotta see what that's like.
We'll just
Yeah,
quickly skim through. I think we'll quickly skim through Neon City. But before we do, let us look again at chat because I do like to take feedback from them.
I thought you said Xeon City. Oh, don't bring Xeon into this.
Okay, so there was a lot of stuff. Lesbians sounds like a washed up lesbians. Yeah. The writers never fail to surprise me with their lack of awareness. So Foxhole Wood Starbucks changes just progressive ethno ideology state. Yeah. Made it to the street. Lesbians takes place in urban fantasy Portland. Yeah. Queer magical energy. Yeah, you showed up at an interesting time. For a game made by a woman, this narrative feels really neckbeardy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The writers never fail to surprise me with their lack of self-awareness. More customers is bad because capitalism's bad. The real estate talk reminds me of the stories about those buildings standing in the middle of the nail houses in China. Basically, the government usually in these cases, the people ask for a price that it can be maybe ridiculous, but usually it's higher than the government wants to pay, so they try threatening and they just don't back down. So
They
they'll
just build around.
them.
And it looks fucking terrible. It looks like something you do in City Skylines if you're just trying to shit up the game.
Didn't the Germans think the gate to Thule was in Antarctica? Yeah.
Yeah.
Foxhole Woods, literally Chaz, gives me two different mental images. Magical lesbians huddled together in a hastily dug foxhole in the ground with artillery over their head. Oh, the second's too furry to polite company. Well, since our resident former furry artist is here, I have to show you the horrible furry art, too, before we call it, I think, again.
Fram Ranch
Well,
is
actually, no.
under
We'll
sea.
quickly. We could do the horrible sex worker thing, but actually, fuck it. We
Nah.
got time.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
where-
I don't know. The settings are just a rabbit hole
They're
of
so
stupid
dense, and I
shit.
don't want to neglect Neon City because we would
Yeah.
have to neglect it. Not
The
wanting
thing
to
is,
move in big city, it's often where the jobs are. Well, yeah, but no at the same time. At least in the America. And in in America, it's kind of like that, but kind of not. Because nowadays
it
you can usually
depends.
find jobs fine. It depends on the state area, though.
It really depends. Like I said, it's understandable to those y'all who don't live in America.
Which, actually, since you are here, and I do want to show the terrible furry art again, and that's where we'll probably leave it off.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Here is evil Captain Kirk dressed as 7 of 9, murdering the worst furry art I've probably seen in a while.
they deserved it. They had it
Cleanse
coming.
the degeneracy.
Degenerates like that belong on the cross.
And here's a close-up of them. Remember how I said I thought the furry artist had that one of
Oh
them
my
was a
God.
furry artist? I kind of don't think they are anymore. I just don't think they know how to draw.
Oh, you know the guy the one that has the look on the face with the smiling. That looks like it kind of looks like if Race Car Johnny wasn't wearing his trucker hat.
I'm getting yawning.
Oh my
I'm actually
God.
getting yawning Squirtle vibes from this. They look baked. So yeah, I didn't
Whoa.
expect to do a part 3, although there'll be a gap between part 2 and 3. Since
Yeah.
I don't want to focus.
Yummy.
That's why I don't want to focus exclusively on this trash fire. It's just there's so much, and even just the 2 we fucking covered. Holy shit!
We learned about the gay intergalactic conquest to kill straight people, and the magical realm setting where straight people are not allowed, much like how we segregate the blacks from the whites in antebellum
I'm looking
America.
forward most to the Neon City 2099, as well as Les Voyelles Dangereuses.
What are the odds we're
Okay.
gonna find a plot to turn all the straight people
Monster
into gays?
Queers of Castle Gay Skull.
But
Fuck! There's so much more than this.
I mean, the settings are so
How
bad.
deep does this foxhole go?
Oh, this is homosexual This is homosexual
I
propaganda.
boomered again. You didn't get to see it. Sorry. Here you go. Horrible furry art. Sorry, guys. Sorry, my brain is starting to crash. But yeah. Up next, we're probably not up next. We're not doing this up next because we need a break after this one. Up next, I think it'll be our 100 sub special since we got 100 subs.
This book is not as this book is trash, but it's beyond trash. But it's not. It does have merits in being entertainingly bad.
Look at this horrible fucking face. Look at it! Look at it! I want all of you to look at it.
Witness this. SpongeBob, we have to witness this. We have to clean the degenerates from the cities. Patrick, you're speaking like a madman.
Patrick, you're sounding a little bit crazy. No, look at it, SpongeBob. Its mouth goes up and down the wrong way.
It's just
Patrick,
unnatural.
that's just bad art, not degeneracy. No, but it is SpongeBob.
When SpongeBob realizes that Patrick is a hardcore reaction.
When
hardcore.
SpongeBob realized Patrick is a QAnon theorist.
The storm is coming, SpongeBob. Trust the plan.
Meanwhile, Squidward's like, whatever. I voted for Jill Stein anyway.
No.
He's a hardcore anti-vax. Squidward's an anti-vaxxer. Oh god.
No, I just vote third party because the other 2 are terrible.
I think I need to throw up after watching this.
So yeah, up next we're going to probably do. I don't know what we're gonna do. We've had suggestions. I like the idea of doing I really like the idea of us doing the death race, where we just go through like Traveler and a few other, high lethality character generation systems.
Man, that would be a lot of fun to do the death
Yeah.
to do the death race.
We're the first group that can create a functional team of 4 party members who are not dead upon creation. Wins.
Yee. Whee. I love the fact that a redux of doing Traveler would be a lot of fun because
Especially
I
since
kind
you saw some boomerang here, because I have to keep pressing the equal key to separate between, things. Oh, fuck me. I showed the OPS. Good quality. It's not working. There we go. Fuck.
this plan isn't working out.
A bit of boomerang. Sorry about that. It's just the equal signs. So yeah, next week is not this Wednesday, but like maybe, I don't know. Expect maybe one on the maybe on the 14th, 21st. I don't know. We'll do Death Race.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sorry about the boomerang near the end. For some reason, the equal key wasn't wanting to work, or maybe I just had the pacing wrong in my head.
No, the Orgon energy is getting to you, Adam. This is what's happening.
Hey, maybe the Orgon energy that destroyed Greg's computer tried to destroy mine. The problem is the Orgon energy doesn't work because my computer itself is gay.
Oh no.
No.
And I think
The
that's
same.
I think that's a great end off. So night, y'all.